Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Oh, yeah. Another Thursday night here in the Riverbend area. Dennis is picking up
gold. I just
gold on the
gold.
floor.
I'm out of here. I don't need to work anymore.
It looks like a piece of a clock or something. I don't know what that is. Anyway, here we are. Another edition of Riverbend Talent. And, you know, fall is coming, which means, it means Bushfest. And we are going to talk to accidentally on purpose. I almost said agents of the free. Accidentally on purpose. A little bit later in the show, we had them in last week and interviewed them. They are one of many, many bands playing at this year's Bushfest. So that is coming up in the next hour. What do you...
No, actually, it's coming up this hour.
Well, within the next hour is what I meant. I just said in the next hour.
I'm telling you, sometimes you got to put the word in there perfectly, or you're considered you're being negative. You're being negative. You don't put that right word in there. So next hour would be next hour. Now that it's 6:02 for radio heads, they'd be like, "That's 7:02. What's going on?"
Yeah.
I want to hear it in 6:33.
Well, that's probably about 6:28.
6
somewhere
18. So, This show is sponsored. We should probably mention that.
Yeah. Sponsored by Halpin Music.
Halpin Music Company, right?
And by Mr. Matt.
I put that dead air in there, so.
To draw attention.
Right.
There you go.
Do it again before you say the next
Dramatic pause.
Okay, go ahead.
Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance.
We're sounding like late night overnight guys now. You're getting softer for some reason.
Nice dramatic
I don't know
pause.
what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know what's happening. Sea shanties.
Sea shanties. The sing-alongs down at the Morrison's Irish Pub every Thursday night.
Yep. Last week they, remember they were halfway to St. Patrick's Day. I thought that was awesome.
Well,
They didn't get to do St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And then they were doing the Italian Fest down in Collinsville because they didn't get to do Italian Fest. But everyone's hoping to do Oktoberfest.
Well.
So that's the next run of stuff. It's going to be Oktoberfest.
Have they outlawed Halloween yet, trick-or-treating?
Nope. No. They only beat you up if you're not wearing a mask.
Well,
I just seen a video of that. It was really weird.
Yeah,
but I don't want to get into that.
That's the crazy world that we live in. Doesn't matter which side you're on. To somebody, you're on the wrong side. Yeah. It's all about the hate, man. It's all about the hate.
At some point, you got to get violent.
Yeah, well,
violent in the name of whatever.
Killing in the name of. Yeah. Well, if we're all pent up on hate, we don't notice how evil they all are. I
think there's a Rage Against the Machine tribute band coming.
Called Killing in the Name of?
Down the road. Nah, but they're probably named after another song.
Right.
Those guys.
Right.
So, that's happening. Raging Cajun's happening.
Raging Cajun. Open mic night with Jamie Dunn.
Yep. Down at Fast Eddie's across the line. Sean Garrett still has his steady going at Gino's 140 Club on Thursday nights. Everybody's got some kind of outdoor thing going pretty much. Jonathan Baker at Wigglers in Holiday Shores tonight. The Vault at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Graham Band up in Jerseyville. Doing the George's local brew from the roof, possibly.
Oh, nice.
It looks like every time I see a picture, they're up on the roof, so I'm assuming that's a ongoing thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a smart way to handle the pandemic-type situation where people want to be outdoor.
This next guy will be getting a letter in the mail from David Crosby's lawyer, because his name is Tim Crosby.
Can't use that name, man. That's my name.
Yeah. Terry Rogers would let you know all about it. Right? Doesn't matter if you knew Michael Clark. The guy that started the Birds, You do not have bloodlines that run through the United States government going back to the beginning of the USA, like Dave does.
Well, Crosby, it's a strong name. Tim Crosby is the one we're talking about, though. 6 p.m.
What about Bing Crosby? He was way before. David Crosby.
Yeah.
He should be suing David Crosby.
Yeah, he should be right.
How about Dave Horton? Acoustic country.
He should be suing Horton the elephant. Horton here's
Possibly.
I don't know. Nobody should be suing anybody,
Yeah,
man.
well, you know. It's happening. 6 p.m. at Prairie Inn, though. Dave Horton Acoustic Country.
All right.
And then wrapping up our Thursday night, Eric Lyslot, 6 p.m. Doit's Village Inn, Pontoon Beach, Illinois.
I suddenly, when you read that name, Eric Lysot, I have this weird feeling that I know that guy, and he used to be in a band called Salisbury or something like that.
Salisbury.
Yeah. Anyway, the name Eric Lysot
That's
just
not
sounded.
a band, is it?
It's Salisbury, Missouri. It's a town, and I think they named
It's a
their
frozen dinner.
band. It's a steak.
Well, they call it a steak, but
It's also a
we
street.
know it's probably made of some type of soy-based product. You know, like the Impossible Burger, which is a brand new concept.
The Impossible
There's
Burger.
no beef.
Yeah, that's impossible to call it a burger.
Like those I think there were Holton hamburgers we used to eat at the barbecues when we were little.
Yeah.
Because you could get like 60 of them for $2.
Right.
So if they didn't have hot dogs, you were getting a soybean-based
Well,
Holton burger. But that's the new craze now. You're vegetarian if you eat soy.
Well,
And
I
that's
don't know.
healthy. I, for some reason, didn't feel healthy eating those back in the day.
Soy is a product we've been ingesting into us if you grew up in this area for many years. But that's we can also run our
Every
cars
other
off of
year, right? Because corn's the other one, right? You got to rotate them or there'll be a dust bowl.
it. Well,
Yeah.
I thought it was peanuts.
Remember dust storms
I thought
back
it was
in
peanuts.
1912? Remember
No,
that?
I don't
You
remember that at all. I gotta be honest. I don't.
I'm not sure if it was 1912, but it was
I don't even know.
a while back.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I remember reading about it. I seen the Grapes of Wrath and everything. But you know,
Do you remember last week's guest?
last week, we had that potty mouth girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yes, I remember.
And her brother.
Yeah, I believe their name was Hot Rod and Thundercat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of the folks out there know them as the Ghost Hunters from A&E, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is because Friday night's the event they were talking about last week.
Brian and Richel. Yeah,
Yep.
I like to call them Hot Rod and Thundercat. But yeah, that
Investigating
was a fun show.
Mineral Springs Friday night.
Man, that would be a fun event to be a part of. I believe they said it's very limited
Right.
engagement
And
because
there's
of the COVID. So
4 of the Ghost Hunters there. So
yeah.
that's halfway to 25 almost. I think if my math's right.
Who wants to be on A&E?
So third shoot, not doing bands. They're doing karaoke again. Waiting on the bands.
Yeah.
There's one coming down the line.
It
At
won't
some
be long
point.
now. It won't be long.
I don't know. I think things are going up, is what I heard last.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm
I'm not predicting anything.
I'm giving fake news like always.
Yeah. We'll see. But we're trying.
All right.
Friday nights.
Meanwhile, for this Friday night, Nate Sickmeier and Company.
And Co. Yeah.
And Co. Nate Sickmeier and Co. 3 to 7 p.m. and then Champagne Fixx from 8 to 12 p.m. I'm sorry. Fast Eddie's Bon Air right down the road. And I see them packing them in down there.
How about Chez Marilyns Friday night?
Synapses. There you go.
Okay.
Neither one of those kids are old enough to get in a bar. I don't know how they're playing.
Yeah.
I'm 15 and 16.
Well, it's outside. That's how you used to get in, right?
Well,
You'd hang out by the back door. Well, if it's on the patio, right? Is there any way to hold you inside the patio?
well, not
You've never crossed a police line? Tape?
Listen, I don't want to admit to anything. Can I call my lawyer before I answer that next question?
She doesn't want to hear from you.
Probably not. Probably not. But anyway, Synapses, 7 p.m., Chez, Maryland, and Alton. A couple of kids with a lot of talent going on right there.
They're flipping frogs at Baker's and Hale on Friday night.
We got the Skylark Brothers Duo, 6 to 10 p.m. That's at Bella Vista Winery in Maryville, Illinois.
Hicktown doing the double duty at Doit's Friday and Saturday. And John Evans up at George's local brew in Jerseyville, roaming home at Uncle Al's in Jerseyville. Scott and Karl at the loading dock in Grafton on Friday, borderline acoustic. At Grafton Winery on Friday, the Vault at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville, and Flipside, 6 p.m. at the Moose in Wood River. I did that for you because you sound really high. So you're not moving. You're not moving very quick. So I thought.
Am I moving slow? Am I in slow mo today?
In slow motion.
Man,
and this is,
I've been in slow
even
motion.
though we enjoy doing this, it can be very boring to listen to.
Tedious. Somewhat of a tedious part of the situation.
The good part's coming up.
I don't mean
accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
Thanks to Matt Van Voorhis and Macias Insurance and Halpin Music Company.
There you go.
They're probably insured by Matt Van Voorhis in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. That could be fake news.
Say it again. The mood.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway,
why is it a moose?
I don't know. Why is it the Oaks Club? Why is it the Moose Club? I don't know.
Fred Flintstone, probably.
I don't know.
I always give him credit. The Water Buffalo Club, he started.
The Water Buffalo Club.
Remember?
That's
you're old enough to remember the Flintstones.
Oh, absolutely, man. I would get so nervous watching them because Fred and Barney were always up to some kind of hijinks, and you knew they were going to get busted. You knew Betty and Wilma were going to catch them in whatever hijinks they were up to. But you know,
just like Ralph Crandon and Ed Norton. Right?
Are there similarities to those? I would have never guessed that those were the same.
Well, you drew one with a pencil.
To the moon, Dennis. Wait a minute.
Jackie Gleason had become Buford T. Justice, so he had to shake that black and white image.
Well,
they turned it into color and made him Fred Flintstone, and the next thing you know, he's Sheriff Buford T. Justice.
One of the greatest films ever made. We got a long way to go and a short time to get to.
Not the best version of the theme song, but
well, it's not. It's the punk rock version.
Well, I don't know about that. That sounded a little more Beverly Hillbillies to me.
We got a long way to go.
No,
it's getting worse. Getting worse by the minute. We better just move on.
Yeah. So I don't know about Saturday night with the Ghost Hunters. They were waiting to see if they were going to do that. So we'll just we'll assume Friday is what went down there. Or it will be.
Friday was going down. And Saturday, I think if they sold enough tickets, they were going to do it. So go online, people, and check that out.
Yep, there's a link right there at cottonmouth.org.
There you go. So. That's the easiest way to find out real quick. Let the internet tell you.
That's where the videos will be for the show if you dare to pursue them.
You do?
I personally like the live videos.
The live videos,
yes, a lot of fun.
Yeah, there you go.
For those who can't get out and about, there's live music right there.
There is a lot of pretty much all the festivals that happen around this area. And
Happy Trails, good job by Mr. Justin Level on the sound there.
Yeah.
That's probably the newest we covered. Did you get any video at your, I guess?
I believe there is video. I believe there's a video of the main stage for sure. And I know Shane Calhoun was out there videoing too, so there's video of all of it. But there will be videos up on cottonmouth.org, when time allows.
We'll see. Let's move to Saturday night. The Mad Baileys at Chez, Marilyns on Saturday night. Hollywood Duo and Champagne Fixx doing Fast Eddies. The first set starts at 3 o'clock with the Hollywood Duo, and then Champagne Fixx does the late night 8 o'clock set at the Fast Eddies Bon Air.
Then we got DJ Karaoke, 8 p.m. at 3rd Shoot in Alton. And Cricket and the Grilled Avocados, 7 to 11 p.m. at Baker's and Hale in Godfrey, Illinois.
Sure do. Isaiah Christian up at George's local brew, roaming home, doing Uncle Al's in Jerseyville.
Doubleheader for them, 2 in a row at Uncle Al's.
Still smoking, 1 o'clock at the Hog Pit.
Nice.
I believe that might be Smoking Oldies.
I believe they renamed themselves Still Smoking.
Terry Beck at the Grafton Winery at 3 o'clock, 3 to 7. Big George Brock firing up the harmonica with the NGK band at 6 o'clock at the loading dock in Grafton. I haven't heard what the weather's going to be, but man, we've had outstanding weather lately.
I believe this particular weekend is going to be a fabulous weekend.
Yeah. Take a jacket, maybe. Huh?
Yeah, a little chilly, but then halfway through next week, it's going to start dropping a bit.
Like I said,
It's going to fall. Fall is upon us.
Everyone I talk to is like, summer's over.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't let us out of the house till July.
It's a sad.
So it was a short summer. It felt like.
Very,
right?
very. And last summer we had the Indian summer that went on until the end of October. I was hoping for another one of those. But yeah.
I don't think it got to 100 this year.
It only felt like it a couple of times. So.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think it did because we're outside a lot, so we like to avoid that top-notch stuff. Right. But most of the time, the temp maybe lower 90s, about it.
Yeah,
that's a good relaxing summer if you get to go outside.
Yeah, if you get to go outside.
Right.
Instead, I'm just running the AC. Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
I had to turn mine off. Back in August, I can afford that electric bill now. Everything's went up so much.
Well,
But I can understand $25, but $100, that's big numbers in my world.
Yeah, they're sticking it to us.
Seems like $100 is the new $10. You know what I'm saying?
To some people,
yeah.
to some of us, 10 is
on
still
the prices
10.
at least.
Right.
Yeah, you can get this beef roast here, $75. That's a deal. It's only $18 a pound.
Yeah, well, it's on special.
Well,
today only.
I bring that up because the Kitchens is the next band I'm going to talk about. They're playing Fall Fest up at Wild Pickens. 2 bands at Wild Pickens. So they got the Kitchens at 1, and then Flip the Frog at 6 of Wild Pickens.
There you go. Mo Pleasure is going to be at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey, Illinois on Saturday night at 6 p.m. Mo Pleasure.
Dave Caputo Band over at Mike LaRosa's in Portage to Sioux.
Got Steve.
I'm looking forward to the Daredevil coming up.
The Daredevil.
Oh yeah, the Rat Run weekend.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be performing like 3 times a day, and then the last day making a jump at 6 o'clock. There's some great pictures of him jumping over a crowd of people. It looks like it's just the way it looks.
Yeah.
But sounds exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I have not seen a good Daredevil show in decades. So
I remember seeing Joey Chitwood at Godfrey Speedway put a Chevette on 2 wheels.
Nice, a Chevette.
Yeah,
awesome. The old hatchback,
right?
The old 3-door.
Lots of explosions and crashing into stuff. Good times.
Oh yeah, I took my daughter and her friend Spencer to me and Jeff Nelson took them to see the truck thing over at the Dome winter before last. And the tricks they do now, like when I was a kid, when you went to a truck pull, it was like big trucks pulling heavy sleds and seeing who could pull it the weight the farthest. And I actually did see Evel Knievel at one of those back in the day. But with these people were
Is his name Evel or Evel?
Evel. It's Evel.
That's what I always thought.
Evel Knievel. But these people were just flipping trucks backwards. They would go backwards and flip them forwards. And they did the 2-wheel thing. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm going, that is an expensive sport to get into. How many trucks do you smash before you land the very first jump?
You never did Poe Duncan? You never did Poe Duncan growing up?
I never tried to jump a car.
Back when we were kids, you could go to the junkyard, pick up a car for $50, drive it in and out of ditches all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well.
I'm not saying I ever did that.
Right.
People did do that.
Some people
did.
Yes.
That, yeah. You were in a ditch once.
I've been in ditches.
You woke up in a field before.
I've been in a few ditches, a few fields. Those were usually not
Was
junkyard
Tom Pullen
cars.
driving? Was Tom Pullen driving?
Very possibly.
Because you bust him out in this interview.
Oh no!
Remember?
I do now.
Or was that off air?
I
think it was on air.
I think it was on air.
That's with his children, right?
Yeah, his son.
So you were telling his children what he used to do with you.
Yeah, probably.
That's
sorry,
coming
Tom.
up in the interview with Accidentally on Purpose.
Sorry, Tom.
Who are playing at Bushfest, October what? 2nd and 3rd.
Second and 3rd, October 2nd and 3rd, and that's.
So we'll get to that. You gave the list, I think, in the thing.
Excellent.
Right? So let's finish Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Right? Steve Klein 5 o'clock at Whodats in Collinsville. Hicktown, I mentioned they're doing the double duty at Doit's Village Inn and Pontoon Beach. Dave Simmons, he'll probably get a letter from a guy named Gene.
Cease and desist.
It's got to be
use
some
of the
kind of
name
mark.
Simmons.
I guarantee he's trademarked the name Simmons.
Oh, man.
He trademarked his tongue,
Well,
which he, I think, surgically removed from a baboon or something, right?
I
And had it attached.
don't know.
You weren't in
It's
the KISS Army?
weird. Listen.
They didn't sign you up. Where'd you get that mark on your forehead?
I defected from the KISS Army.
I'm not surprised you wouldn't have anything to do with the Army. You don't
I
even
went
wish us
AWOL.
Happy Veterans Day. You just blow past that even.
Happy Veterans Day. Listen, to all of you members of the KISS Army, Happy Veterans Day. I did. I went AWOL
Yeah.
from the KISS Army. I did.
So did Ace Frehley and Peter Chris. I don't feel bad.
It wasn't just me, at least.
But Dave Simmons, not Gene Simmons.
there you go.
You know, there was a Gene Simmons before the Gene Simmons in the KISS Army, right? He was like a dancer or something, a singer, pretty sure.
Yeah, okay. Gene
See,
the
he
dancing
should have
machine.
trademarked the name, and then the latter, Gene Simmons, we can call him that. The latter, Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons 2. Deuce.
Right. Oh, man, that'd get under his
Gene
belt,
Simmons
wouldn't it?
Deuce.
This is exciting to me to talk about, but I guess we should go on.
Right.
Dave Simmons and Jeff Bradley.
The Bella Vista Winery.
I think
in
Jeff's
Maryville.
okay as far as lawsuits, but yeah, 7 to 11 at the Bella Vista Winery. That's in Maryville. You ever been there?
Yeah. Go to Maryville all the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
You
talking
drive by
about the Bella Vista Winery, not
No, but
the
I
town.
do drive by the cabin at Judy's Creek on the
Okay.
way to Maryville.
Well, you're entering that stage.
Yeah.
The
midlife.
band, yeah,
Midlife will
6
be
p.m.
midlife will be playing.
Been
6
looking for a
p.m.
new wife.
I
You having a 7-year itch over there? You shouldn't
I've
say
been
that out
married.
loud because your lawyer is probably listening.
I've been married a lot more than 7 years, and she hasn't thrown
Okay.
me out yet. So
You've been itching way longer than 7 years, too. Not that kind of itch, just, from not taking a bath. Scott and Michelle, 2 p.m. at the Foundry in Edwardsville.
man, you got any penicillin over there I could use?
Probably got some penicillin, actually, in my shoe. Right underneath my ankle bracelet. That's where I keep it.
Hey, you know what the lodge is?
I do know what the Lodge is,
Hey,
but I bet everyone doesn't know what the Lodge is because it's also been called the Lovejoy.
Yeah.
And it's been called, what was it before
Elijah
that?
Pease.
Elijah Pease.
Yeah.
They got that killer outdoor spot. And now I guess
it's
they
called
use
the
the indoor
Lodge.
for like weddings and different things,
Yeah.
banquets since they closed.
But the outdoor area out
They're firing
back
it up.
is beautiful. too.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And they're going to be loud. No, wait a minute. They're not going to be loud. It's acoustic. Sorry.
It'll be loud enough.
Matt Tall,
Matt Van Voorhis.
Matt Van Voorhis, our sponsor,
Joe Cox.
right?
And Bob Etley.
Oh, yeah, Bobby.
So there
That's
you
the
go.
best part,
That is the Stubblefield acoustic. Now they've got a drummer.
Yeah.
John Roston playing with him. I don't know if he's going to be a part of this because it says
And Rumble Box.
acoustic.
He might have a Rumble
might.
Box.
He might very well. He might play a cardboard
Like that one you
box.
tried to, make a
Rumble
deal with.
Box.
No, that was a talking box, a talking drum that you tried to make a deal with the Voodoo Queen.
I did make a deal, and I still have that talking
Yeah,
drum.
and then her son followed you across the lot and realized you were trying to Jew the same family.
I don't know what's going on. All I know is I got a good deal on that talking drum, and there might have been a curse put on me.
I'm pretty sure because next thing we know, there's water in the back of the car. Where'd it come from? Have you ever figured out where the giant... I mean, it was up to the hump that goes, but where the drive shaft goes?
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
water was that deep.
What, so
Where did that water come from?
he's referring to us being in Jackson Square and me making
At
a
Jackson
a
Square?
weird down in New Orleans.
We
down
were
there,
playing
and-
Easy Rider, only we were in a, Corolla? No.
Yeah,
Prelude.
a little Honda,
Honda
or something.
Prelude.
Yeah, a little Honda
Right.
hatchback some type, and I made a deal that might have been unscrupulous. I don't know, but
We weren't tough enough to ride motorcycles down there. We needed a
the
Prelude.
the lady, I believe the Haitian
It's really
lady.
hard to do pinch hits all the way down on a motorcycle,
Yeah, you got to roll the slow burner.
You can do that in a Prelude. Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt your story. I'm kind of
well. I was just trying to let people know what you were talking about. A Haitian lady seemed to have put a curse on me, and then water started just coming up in my car. But I never fully believed that it was a curse.
I don't know. The way she looked at me freaked me, or looked at you freaked me.
And she said some stuff I didn't understand.
Just run through both of us.
She pointed at me and said some words I didn't understand, and then water started just coming up in my car out of nowhere. Yeah. But the reason I never fully believed that was a curse, even though it's never been explained since, is we pulled over to an exit with a car wash and used a vacuum to vacuum up the water.
Right.
I don't think you can beat a curse with a vacuum, but
we did.
I don't know. Anyway,
I think we beat the curse with the bullhorn.
Right now, Matt Van Voorhis.
You shouted that curse out of there.
I screamed
when you're yelling through the belt.
I screamed a lot of stuff through a bullhorn.
To the guy sitting next to you.
In the car.
In the car.
I forget I do these things. Right. Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, we were talking about Stubblefield Acoustic Sunday.
And poor Matt Van Voorhis right now is plays with him is going, why do I sponsor this show? What are they talking about? Haitian
Well, because we promoted his band like 2-3 times now in that story.
Stubblefield.
Acoustic.
4 to 7.
The Lovejoy. Used to be Elijah Pease. They also call it the Lodge. In Alton. Be there.
That was the greatest thing ever. That was echoey and awesome.
Yeah, and all psychedelic.
Yeah, to me it was. I don't know about anybody else. Nate Sickmeier and co.
Back at it Sunday.
1 to 5 p.m. And then Hollywood 5, 6 to 10 p.m. Both of those happening at the Fast Eddie's Bone Air. Big fun.
The Vault doing Grafton Winery on Sunday. Catfish Willie.
Yeah.
At the Hog Pit in Grafton. The Yacht Rockers. Where else? The Loading Dock, 2 o'clock in Grafton on Sunday. Grand Band doing the Oyster Bar in Grafton. The Owls all the way up to Chesterfield at Wild Pickens. Jonathan Baker across the river. Portage to Sioux, 3 to 7 at Michael Rosa's Cabana Bar. Dale Papp. Down yonder in Collinsville at Hoodats. That's a southern food.
Hoodats.
That's probably got some crawfish like we had down in New Orleans with the homeless guys. Remember we went down the creek, caught crawfish, cooked them right there on the bank. That wasn't a creek, that was the ocean. And there wasn't no crawfish either, I don't think.
I don't know what that was, an alligator.
All I know is the next thing, we're in Woodstock. No, wait. Someone thought we were at Woodstock.
I do remember. So you're bringing up memories in my mind. You're saying things that are bringing up memories I hadn't thought about for a long time.
It's not hard to remember your memories because you tell the same story so many times. I remember.
I don't remember. I hadn't thought about.
I got people who can verify you tell the same story.
Oh, I know. Just believe me, my wife's let me know for 20 years.
I wasn't going to mention that. I was going to say your lawyer, but
but. One and the same.
Sometimes
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
How about Pick and Lickin'? You seen them?
Oh yeah,
They've been around forever.
2 p.m. at Doit's Village Inn on Sunday.
Tim and Mel both together, 2 to 6 at Bella Vista Winery in Maryville. Then Hill Williams, he'll probably be getting a letter from Hank 3. Maybe it'll be his 2. Yeah, 2 probably.
He seems more likely to sue.
But he's sitting at home on the internet these days, you know. Yeah. Well, no, everyone is, right? You can't tour. Artemis Pyle was supposed to be in town. Is this weekend or next? And that's got canceled. Mm-hmm. You know who Artemis Pyle is, right?
Man,
dude, you're so terrible.
I am
You
terrible.
couldn't remember who the guitar player was from Strawberry Alarm Clock. And now you can't remember who the drummer is from the same band. Leonard Skinner. He survived the plane crash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie? The documentary?
I have
Fabulous.
not.
He put it together.
I have seen him play.
He put it together.
I saw him play with Leonard Skinner when the little brother took over there. Johnny, Ronnie, Donnie, one of those Van Zandt brothers.
The reformed Leonard Skinner.
Yeah. It was all right.
They do an amazing acoustic album of all those songs.
Seeing them was all right. Gary Rosington, I believe, is that one of the guitar players?
Yeah, but that's not the guy from Strawberry Alarm Clock.
No, but his band opened up and they blew me away. Yeah. The Gary Rosington band.
Leonard Skinner's amazing.
Oh yeah, they
created their own thing.
They were a fabulous show to see. It was just a little bit like I don't know.
They took the blues that the Allman Brothers were playing for 10 hours at a time sometimes 14.
Longer, yeah.
Right? Same blues riff over and over, but making it sound absolutely fabulous. And they said, hey, let's make it sound like we're really in the swamp. And that's what you call swamp music.
Swamp music it is.
Swamp music. What's accidentally on purpose? What kind of music shall we classify them as? Let's not.
Let's not, yeah.
New original stuff coming up from them.
There you go.
I'll tell you about it next. Thanks to
something just happened. Sorry. Thanks to Matt Van Voorhis.
Should be a natural.
Riverbend Talent on the Big Z, brought to you by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance and, of course, Halpin Music Company. Pigman,
Dennis?
this is on purpose accidentally.
Is it accidentally on purpose or
Yeah.
on purpose accidentally?
They're here.
Actually, it's accidentally on a porpoise.
Pointus.
That's right. That's right.
Accidentally on Pointus. Nice guy.
Yeah.
So we've got the band Accidentally on Purpose on, and now we've seen these kids playing for a while, and
Every gig they ever played.
better every
Almost.
time, and it makes me a little angry because
know.
I don't get better and better every gig.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't like you guys, but I think you're really good.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, I don't like Ben either.
I don't like that either.
All right, so to introduce, to make the introductions, let's go around the table here. Mr. Jacob Pullen, the bass guitar player. Hi, Jacob.
What's up?
How you doing today?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. Next to Mr. Jacob Pullen, a name that is probably made up, but who knows? Ben Duke.
Hi.
Ben Duke. How you doing, Ben?
I'm good. How are you?
How's that lead guitar going on?
Still don't know how to play guitar, but I make it work.
You know what? I was told that you don't even know what's going on in this band. You just play notes and don't even really listen to what's happening other than that. Is that true?
To a point, yeah.
Okay, then if that's true to a point, we're going to move on to the next made-up name, Brody Macias. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Your name's like Joe Smith or something. You know, Brody Macias sounds too cool.
I don't think it's that common.
I'm just saying, Brody Macias.
Sounds like a wrestler to me.
It's a wrestling name.
I'm a wrestler.
I will see you in the Circle Square this Saturday night. No, I don't.
He's been practicing.
I've been practicing my wrestling
Got you in
voice.
the cage for 3 minutes.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Except I'm not a man, so like I'm still a kid. All right, next to Brody Macias. Say hi, Brody, so we know your voice.
Hello, I'm Brody.
I will translate. He said, "Si, señorita. My name Brody Macias." I don't know. Didn't we say something about you being stabbed by some wrestler being stabbed? I don't know what's going on here.
Right.
All right, next to Mr. Brody Macias, who's laughing now. I don't even know why it wasn't funny. Sarah Pullen, my friend, my only friend in the band. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
and missing is some guy named Oliver Rayson.
Yes.
Oliver Rayson. Racist. Wait a minute. Oliver Rayson. There we
Brody.
go. And Oliver is the newest member of the band. I'm taking it because I've never met
It's
him.
actually Brody.
It's also Brody.
Yeah, I joined a few months back. So.
See, I don't know who Oliver is.
Yeah, Oliver's the drummer.
I don't like him already just because the name. Oliver
He's
Twist.
better than all of us.
He's so good.
You can't be good if your name is Oliver at much of anything. I'm sorry, Oliver. I'm sorry to all the Olivers out there in the world. but
Well, well.
I was about to say Ollie.
I think you can make good popcorn, maybe. Was that guy's name Oliver? No, that was
Orville.
Orville. See, I don't know.
That's Orville. Hold on.
We do not disgrace the name of Mr. Redenbacher.
That's right.
Hey, look, him and his grandson were a little creepy in the commercials. Let's just admit that part.
Yeah.
Let's admit that and move on. They make great popcorn.
They ate a lot of popcorn.
So,
Yep.
accidentally on purpose. You guys been a band for quite, and we got a brother and sister here. If you didn't hear the name Jacob Pullen and Sarah Pullen, if you weren't paying attention out there, will be a quiz later, listeners. So everybody listen up. The last 5 minutes of this show will be a quiz. Jacob Pullen and Sarah Pullen, son and daughter of Thomas Pullen.
Didn't you get into some debauchery with their father
What?
back in the day?
There are some stories floating around about
Some road gigs,
crappy
possibly?
U-Hauls, stinky motel rooms, and I woke up with him spooning with me more than once.
That's what I
That's
thought.
not what we're
I
going to talk
remember now.
about
Cooking
here.
pizzas on the engine of the car.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard that. I've heard that.
Come up with some that they haven't heard, though.
Here's one of my favorite. We play the gig was in like Litchfield, Illinois, something like that. Many moons ago. And everybody's getting in the U-Haul and their cars to head back to town, except for Mr. Pullen wants to go to a party. And he had a little Volkswagen GTI or something like that he was driving. And he convinces me, he wants someone to stay with him so he didn't have to drive home alone, and he convinces me to. And we went to the party, and the funny thing was at this gig, like, there were these two families at this bar that there was like 4 or 5 fist fights. These people just did not get along. And lo and behold, when we get to this house party, those families are both there. And it is an intense situation, but we stick around and we party for a while. But what I really remember is finally waking up. The sun was coming up. I remember that much. What time it is, I don't know. And your dad is flying down. What is the highway that goes through Benel there? Route 4.
Okay. Flying
down Route 4, a little 2-lane. And I woke up and I'm like, Tom, where are we? And he said, I don't know, but we're making great time, man. And he had no idea what town we were in, what road we were on, but we were going really fast in a little Volkswagen GTI.
He still does that.
I learned well.
Yes.
He still does that. Like when we were coming home from Chicago, he was going like 90 down the interstate.
Those are rookie numbers.
I woke up and I was like, everything was just going by so fast, and I was like, whoa!
Down.
Oh God.
Yeah, good day wind in my favor.
Yeah, well, you know, he was the one who also removed the governor off the U-Haul so to make it go faster. Yeah.
Was
Love
it like
you, Tom.
a go-kart? You had like a go-kart U-Haul or something?
No, we had one of them big old U-Hauls, but it had a governor on it. It would only do 55 when they rented it to you, and he took that thing off, and we could do 60, 70 miles an hour going down the road. Anywho, enough about Thomas Pullen. Yeah. Love you, Tom.
Well, wait a minute. Mojo Music is his store.
Mojo Music in Edwardsville, Illinois. If you ever go and dress like a caveman and he just calls you out on who you are, it's because Tom's that good.
Yeah.
He's that good. Anyway, so...
I'd expect that from Turk.
So the band, accidentally on purpose, been together for many moons now as you youngsters, but you're going to be playing
approximately
2 weeks from now.
Yep.
2 weeks from when this airs. October 3rd. October 2nd and 3rd is Bushfest. I think it's like, 11th annual Bushfest, something like that going on. But anyway, held out this year at the VFW in Cottage Hills on October 2nd and 3rd. And Accidentally on Purpose is going to be playing on Saturday. Is that correct? I believe.
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's 2020. Nobody knows anything until it happens.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure
that's
Bushfest is going on.
I don't know. I just got a text rescheduling. So. Thanks, Mark.
We will. We'll either be playing on Saturday, but there's a good chance we'll be moving to Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You know what? Either way, it doesn't
Check
matter
our
because you should
Instagram
really
at
go.
Accidental
All of you
Numbers.
listeners out there should go to Bushfest for both days because it's packed with lots of good bands. I understand one guy's playing like 3 bands or something like. Oh, I'm playing 3 times. I'm a superstar.
I don't know who he is, but he sounds pretty cool.
I don't know if he's cool, but he's sitting close enough to me. I'm hoping he's easy later.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about now.
What are these 3? What are these 3 bands?
Mr. Jacob Pullen will not only be playing with Accidentally on Purpose, the Accidentally on Purpose band, also going to be with the Intrusion Band, which is one of your newer acts. I got like a fly trying to fly in my mouth. Do I smell that bad?
No.
Crazy. I mean, I showered last week. It's crazy. Anyway,
Leftover gnats from the keg party. Just yeah.
That's it. We're going to throw a cake party, and we're going to invite everyone in town. We're going to charge $5 a cup. Women drink free. What are you laughing about? I'm trying to come up with money-making ideas here.
I used to stand by the keg and pump it for
I
people.
spun off the rails. The Intrusion Band. You guys are making quite the intrusion in this area because you're playing everywhere.
I think that was the point of the name.
Very well
I don't know,
named.
though. I wasn't actually in it when they picked it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Intrusion Band is. We're gonna have your whole band come on and meet all of the Intrusion Band. But you guys are also playing Bushfest.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be sitting in with one of my favorite bands, the Synapses.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in. I don't know if I'm actually in the band or not because I'm playing like 2 gigs with them. But like,
well, you know,
I don't know if I'm officially in the band yet. But like, I could be.
Yeah.
Famous, I associate.
Yeah.
I think as someone who participates in their management. It really depends on your attitude, sir,
Yeah.
more than your bass playing. No, I don't know. I have nothing to do with the band of Synapses. I'm not part of their management team or anything. But I still believe it has to do with your attitude, sir.
Probably.
I know. So you will be playing with the Synapses, Intrusion, and accidentally on Poipus. Hopefully they're all playing the same day, right? To make it easy on you? No, see.
Not at all.
What I really want to know is there's only 2 days, 3 bands. That means at least one of these bands has to play the same day. Will you be doing a costume change between bands?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
If not, you're not professional.
Oh, yeah.
You're not stealing my Hawaiian shirt this time. I'm gonna keep the
No,
watermelon.
I'm wearing the watermelon
No,
shirt,
I'm
whether
keeping
you
the
like it or
watermelon
not.
shirt on the whole time.
We got a sibling
Not on my
rival here.
siblings bickering.
Yeah,
Ladies.
Just because you got that shirt at Banana Republic for $15 does not mean that you have full rights to it.
Well, I took advantage of the 70% off sale.
Oh,
This is reminiscent of last week's Ghost Hunters.
Yeah, it
who,
is.
who were bickering back
Yeah.
and forth. And
Zach Bagans?
I don't know what he just said to me. I think he's hitting on me.
these guys taught us.
Zach Bagans?
These guys taught us what Instagram was. So I never know if they're telling the truth or not.
With a name like
you
X,
made up and you'd never know.
Well, I did post a picture of Don Cheadle.
That's true.
Twice.
Don Cheadle.
3 times actually.
That's a joke.
he's dropping names now.
Yeah. Yeah, we did in fact have Don Cheadle in the band for 3 days.
3 days.
For 3 days. Oh,
Very
so
uncool, Don.
He only left when he figured out we said he was in the band.
as soon as you said he was in the band, he never came back.
Nope.
Well, in all honesty, he never showed either.
Yeah, we had
Wow.
to kick him out.
He was there in spirit, mostly.
Yeah, I still miss him.
I feel like this will be funny once we realize who Don Cheadle is.
You're right. You're right about that. I'm going to realize at some point.
I think he's the Cheetos guy. Like, it ain't easy being
No.
cheesy. No, because
That's
I
a tiger.
partied with that dude
Okay,
before. That dude's
slightly more.
insane, man.
No, that's Chester.
That's a
No,
tiger.
Chester, that dude is crazy to party with.
Don Cheadle was a war machine in the Marvel universe. He
Oh.
was the
He's
actor.
the red, white, and blue Iron Man
Yeah.
guy.
You kids and your newfangled gadgets! Suddenly I'm Mr. Magoo. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think we're here to talk about a band called Accidentally on Purpose, and that band is playing Bushfest. But in the meantime, before Bushfest and after Bushfest, you're working on writing music, right?
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Working on now. Correct me if because when there's this many people in the room and there's a lot of conversations, I can only tune into a little bit at a time. You not only you're working on an EP and a concept album at the same time.
I think we're gonna do 2 songs as a single and then do a concept album.
Mostly because I don't want to write more, but actually I do, but we never get anything done.
I do most of the writing.
I'm getting conflicting stories out of the same guy. I don't want to write more, but I do.
No, I do. Yeah.
I do a lot of the writing.
Yeah. She just does everything.
So we're getting down to the crux of it.
Yeah.
These two, we've got Ben and Brody, have already admitted they just play notes. They don't really know what's going on in the band.
Yeah.
Jacob perpetrated a fraud as if he was in on it, but now admitting that Sarah does all the work. You were
A solid 50%.
a solid 50%.
Yeah.
Sarah writes it out and will send us audio files, and we'll listen to the audio files and try to play them back to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then from there on, we kind of move along. So Sarah does like the structure of the song. She's a comp major, so she'll write the structure of the song, and she'll put the words in with it. So we'll get an idea of what it sounds like, and we come together as a group. And we
Yeah,
try
think like the Beatles,
Yeah.
but better.
and
Yeah.
we try to put all the
Right.
Paul McCartney's rolling over in his grave right
Huh.
now. Is he dead?
No.
No.
If he's rolling
very
over in a
near-
grave, that's world news.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute.
He's a grave
Maybe it
robber.
would be
May
world
he rest
news.
in peace.
What
I
about
thought he died
George
in the
Martin, though?
60s.
You're the George Martin, right? He did all the arrangings
Yeah.
for the Beatles.
And
You
I'm
guys don't know who George Martin
I'm the
is? Oh,
Peter-
come
The guy
on.
who did the string parts. for
Yeah,
Christmas.
he did
he's the
all
guy
that
did the
stuff.
parts, and he also played.
He
the
made 'em
old
sound
piano
good.
solos that were actually cool.
and Oliver Rayson is the Peter Best. He's the drummer that
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
ever saw.
Exactly.
Because I've never seen him play yet. I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
I better be. Let me tell you something.
Right behind here. Yeah, guys, I'm over here.
Okay.
You warn Oliver that I will let him know how I feel, and I do not hold back.
What's the name of his original band?
Oh, he's from Lofty's Comet, the jazz fusion band.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I have heard a little bit of Lofty's Comet, and they are smooth.
There you go.
Smooth. Like malt liquor. No, I don't think that's very smooth. I'm sorry. Smooth like an old cigar that's been laying. No, I do like Lofty's Comet. I wasn't sure what I was getting into whenever somebody sent me the link, and I started listening. I was like, this is crazy jazz going on here. And I thought it was like some older guys. I'm like, I bet I know these old fellas.
He's an old soul, Oliver.
Well, yeah, then I suddenly heard they were kids, and I was even more impressed. And when I say kids, I'm talking about you youngsters.
Yeah.
Back in my day, would say things like, I could shake a stick at more. I don't know. I've got more. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. So we in the meantime, this is the real breaking news.
The real deal.
The real deal here. You guys are working on an album.
That's awesome.
It's a concept album.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to talk about it, Sarah? Because I haven't actually read the book yet.
Oh, you haven't read the book. Okay. So it's based on my favorite book, which is a Ray Bradbury book called The Martian Chronicles. And the album goes, from start to finish, it kind of, details the colonization of Mars in the future. And I'm using a lot of little, classic sounds. I've got a Mellotron patch that I'm using. I love the Mellotron. Yeah. It gives it that kind of, spacey string sound.
Floyd-esque.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty interesting. We've got some things in the works. I think one song's done. We're working on 2 of them. And they're all named after the chapters. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Who's your favorite Martian ever?
Marvin.
It has to be, man. The little legs moving real fast, but he don't go very far.
His little helmet.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Love that guy. Partied with him a few times. Insane.
He's a crazy dude.
He's
I
got
met
some
him at
hookup.
Six Flags once, actually.
You guys didn't hear it, but the entire time she was telling the stories about Mars, we were getting a signal.
Beep, beep, beep,
They're getting a
beep, beep,
signal
beep,
from
beep.
somewhere, so I don't know what you're stirring up over there.
We're getting a little help from actual Martians.
It sounded like helicopters to me. But, maybe that's
Don't let
what
them fool you.
Martian spaceships.
Yeah.
So the Martian Chronicles is the concept of the EP, and now, no idea, it's not fully written yet.
Right.
You're still working on it. So the recording process hasn't started. Any ideas, once you start that, gonna do it yourself? Gonna go to a studio? Any ideas on? Because this is gonna be your first recording, right? As a band.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a neat process to go through as a band. Mm-hmm. Popping the old cherry. What? You haven't done this, right? Isn't that what they say? Isn't that what the kids say? Did you just? I don't know what's going on over here. Oh, bang tag going on. I don't know what's happening here, man. You guys smacking each other around over there. A couple silly pants. All right, the real story. Now I'm going to get down to the real crux of it all.
The apostrophe?
The apostrophe is the crux to the biscuit. Right. The crux to the biscuit is the apostrophe. No, the real thing that we want to talk about is when you're not playing Bushfest and when you're not writing songs or thinking about how you were going to record them. I think I know what you're doing. You're watching stuff about Bigfoot. Am I right or wrong? I mean, I'm just guessing.
That's my hobby every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
It's Squatch Saturday.
Sasquatch Saturday. And so what is your favorite Sasquatch programs to watch?
Oh, God. I think Finding Bigfoot.
Well,
kind of basic. It's a toss-up between that and Mountain Monsters.
all right, so what do you think? Bigfoot, an animal? Or a being that goes interdimensional?
There's a lot of debate on that. If is Bigfoot like an animal, or is he like humans before humans were humans, I guess?
Right.
Or is he an alien?
Or is he an interdimensional alien?
Right.
And then we can't find him because he goes out of...
into a portal or something and disappears.
No, it's Jamie from Spilly Nelson.
That's true.
That's Sex Squatch.
Yeah,
Oh.
Not Sasquatch. Sex Squatch.
I think that started at one of our gigs.
With the Sasquatch, he
It
started.
did. It did. Yeah.
yeah,
It was Framley
Framley
Fest.
Yeah, because
That's
he
right.
was in the wood. He was in the woods in his tent. He came out of the
He
woods
just
Walked out in the
barefoot.
middle of money.
Yeah.
Right, Pink Floyd and played.
It seemed
played
like
the
he came
saxophone.
up from the lakeside, which made it even weirder.
He did.
Yeah,
He came out
like,
of swimming.
He heard
He
us
was
playing
swimming.
Money, and he was like
Yeah.
saxophone solo, and just walked barefoot to the stage and ripped a fat solo.
That is a festival.
I
That's
think
when
that
things
might
get
have
fun.
been the best thing to ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
And since the
probably, yeah.
beginning of time,
Oh, yeah.
basically.
And see, we were involved, which is why you should come see us at Bushfest.
Bushfest. You're gonna get bushwhacked
So,
for.
Bushfest, not last year, but the year before we were playing.
Yeah, he
and
came-
Sasquatch
yeah.
walked up onto stage and busted out into another saxophone solo while we were in the
Yep.
middle of Money once again.
Yep.
I remember.
We told him we
that.
were gonna be playing at that time, and he was like, "I'm gonna be ready," and he was ready.
Took
We
his
were-
shoes
we
off,
were all
walked
like-
on
Took his
stage.
shoes off.
We were like, where? Because we started playing, we were like, where is he? And they're like, let's just start and see if he shows up. And we get halfway
And he
through the
did.
song, and the saxophonist walks out from behind us and starts playing. So
They just kind of like pushed him out from the crowd, and we were like,
just waits for his moment.
Crazy
to end.
Jamie.
"Yep."
Yep.
I still think we
He
need to
does
add
bending,
sax
too.
solo to 7 stars.
He does. He's a vendor.
Turtle something. Oh, sorry, Jamie. I messed up. Something to do with turtles. It's a turtle world out there.
Turtle
Terrippin'.
squatch.
I'm terrippin'. Turtle squatch. All right. So yeah, that's But so Bigfoot's a very interesting subject. Sasquatch Saturdays. I love it.
Squatch Saturdays,
I love it.
yeah.
So I know it's a debate, but you never gave me what you believe. I'm trying to tap into your mind.
I just
on
think
this.
he's a very advanced animal, kind
Okay.
of like on the verge between, like becoming
Almost human?
Yeah,
Okay.
like how some monkeys know how to use tools and kind of it's like that.
They're in the Stone Age.
So my thought is he's like a hippie that got lost in the woods, wanted to get away from society,
Yeah.
and that's why he disappears every time people show up because he's like, I'm out of
Maybe
here. people."
Sasquatch is like just there's more than one sighting of Sasquatch because it's like colonies of people who go off the grid and then they're like, ooh,
Could be.
could be an animal.
There's,
or-
Why are they so large, though? They're large people.
I don't know.
They don't call him Bigfoot.
I think it's an ape on steroids and DMT.
Ooh,
I think it is just.
I don't know.
Well, we could totally take
predator
him.
in the world.
we could take him.
We could take Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, hypothetically speaking, if
I'll go for the
Sasquatch
waist
walked
and you
out
guys-
from behind that door over there, we could totally completely.
Yeah,
Okay,
Right.
first of
Yeah,
all,
Brody goes for the legs.
Exactly.
I'll punch him right in the face.
I'll go for
You'd
the
have
waist
to
and
be
knock
like-
him over.
Back, I want to like give him a
Ben
bear
jumps
hug.
You'd have to
on his
punch
back,
up though
straddles
because he's
him.
like 10 foot tall.
Yeah, he's like
I could
9
make it.
feet tall.
Ben's got hops.
Yeah, I got hops.
Okay.
now, but right now, just so you know, nothing personal, but right now you're reminding me of the guy on the news being interviewed that they're like, yeah, I saw a UFO. I went and got my shotgun. Like, this guy has
don't need a
mastered
shotgun.
interstellar travel, and you got his shotgun.
No,
you're
we don't
wanting
need- we
to
don't need a
fist. You're
shotgun.
wanting to fist
Yeah,
fight with
no, We can
Sasquatch.
beat him up bare hands.
But you're messing up from the get go. Have you ever seen Sasquatch play drums? Because he's better than Oliver. I'm just telling you. Have you seen Sasquatch play
He
drums?
must be pretty good if he's better than Oliver.
I have seen it.
You've seen Sasquatch
Yeah.
play drums. He played with Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
He said, yeah, Sasquatch played drums with Tenacious D, and he's a great drummer. And if Sasquatch walks down the hall,
Actually,
I
he
would
got
suggest
fired.
you.
He got
He
fired
did
from
get fired from the
Tenacious D.
He maybe wasn't that great of a drummer, but I mean, it was still Sasquatch playing drums. So.
Right.
That's something.
But if you see Sasquatch, instead of attacking him, I would try two different options. I would first say, "Hey, would you like to jam?"
Yeah.
And if he says no, then
Then we attack
Then we
him.
beat him up.
then the next question is the obvious: are you holding? And then, if he's not holding, you beat him up. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Mr. Bigfoot, do you have a concealed carry license?
I
No?
was thinking.
All right.
I didn't say packing. I said holding. That's a different thing. That's more of a hippie thing. Like we're gonna sit down and share whatever you got, kind of thing. But whatever. It's kids lingo. I don't know.
The real Bigfoot was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Now you're talking my language. Bigfoot was with us all along.
The real Bigfoot is inside each and every one of you.
Bigfoot was
hard
in.
enough. You can be big feet.
Bigfoot was inside me once, but I was working my way through college. I think we have spun way off the rails here.
Yeah.
This band is called Accidentally on Purpose.
Yeah.
Oi! nice guy.
They're playing Bushfest
They're-
October 2nd and 3rd.
They're playing Bushfest.
Possibly
on-
both days. Who knows?
We're gonna say both days just to get people out there.
Yeah, go to both.
Jacob will be there both days.
Go to both.
He don't have a choice.
That's right. Yeah, and I will be there both. And so it's going to be a fun party. So there you go. You guys can be found on Facebook. Just accidentally on Poipus. How do you spell Poipus?
Oh no.
You should just be AOP on Facebook.
You
People would
should.
find you.
Honestly,
more
we
easily.
probably should be.
You guys
There-
have numbers in your name on Instagram. That's
Yeah.
on Instagram,
That
it's
was
920.
Dean's fault.
Yeah, because
Alright.
accidentally on purpose was already taken on Instagram, so we had to go with accidentally on purpose 921.
really low key sitcom. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it is, which I've never watched and wasn't aware of.
Find our YouTube videos.
So anytime, listen, you're in enough bands. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm gonna let you know. When you're coming up with a band name, the first thing you do is Google it. Oh, look, that's hard. There's a million things named that. I hate to bust out on them, but there's a band called Hive Mind that's playing Bushfest, and I've been trying to get a hold of them for days. There's a million things called Hive Mind. There are a million. There's think groups.
Well-
There's bands. There's so many things.
Well, let me
called
tell
that.
you, the
Google
accidentally
yourself.
on purpose name was actually generated. Have you ever played Rock Band?
Yeah.
It was a randomly generated name from Rock Band that we had generated years and years ago. And when we'd made a band, we were like, we have to name it accidentally on purpose in honor of our legendary rock band
okay.
band.
Cool story.
Well, you know.
Yep.
Those guys, I'm just telling them, tell them to change their name to something that's not so, hard
Hive
to
Mind
find.
2.
Anyway.
Electric Boogaloo.
I mean,
The Electric Boogaloo 2 is awesome.
Right now. They're putting out
I know, I'm very interested. We want to have them
Yeah.
on someday. But anyway, you guys can, accidentally on purpose, we've got Jacob Pullen, Ben Duke, Brody Macias, Sarah Pullen, my only friend in the band, and Oliver Rayson.
strides by now.
Listen, I've been hitting on you the whole time we're here, and you're ignoring me. So don't act like you haven't felt me playing footsies with you underneath the counter. No, I don't even know what's going on. Poor people in radio land are like, this guy's a pervert. Say there, silly pants. Anyway, got some popsicles in the freezer. Anyway,
I did that on purpose.
I did it on Poipus. Accidentally on Poipus can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube videos. But everybody needs to be paying attention to them because they're going to have a concept album coming out real soon. I think that's awesome. Not enough bands do concept albums. As a Zappa fan, they should all be concept albums.
Probably going to be on vinyl. Probably a picture of Mars on it.
Hope so. That would be the best thing to
Or
happen.
just Ben nudes.
We don't want to see that. He doesn't wipe properly. We've talked about this already.
Yeah.
His hygiene is not good enough. Let's pick
We
Brody.
can clean them up for a day.
You've been to county jail. Just let
I
us
shower
spray it
for
down.
special occasions.
Excellent. We're not gonna. We don't think this is special, but I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, guys. I want to apologize to all four of you for having you come down here for the past hour and put up with us.
No. You got me out of practice.
You also got me out of practice.
Yeah.
You got us out of practice.
Oh, see, I knew I got
You
something.
see my fingers right now?
Mine are doing that too, but for
Do you
violin.
smell my fingers right now? I'm sorry. It's
callous
late in the
life.
day.
So
Thanks to our guests, accidentally on purpose. We want to encourage all of you listeners to get out on October 2nd and 3rd to the VFW in Cottage Hills. That is going to be the, I believe, 11th annual Bushfest, where you can catch Accidentally on Purpose, along with several other Jacob Pullen bands like
Yeah, like the
Synapses
Intrusion.
and the Intrusion, which
definitely the Intrusion. Look up the Intrusion.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys for the first time on that particular
And the
day.
Comet Band, right?
Oh,
The
Lofty's
drummer.
Comet.
Lofty's
Yep, they're
Comet,
gonna be there.
Hive Mind, Agents of the Free, Cricket and the
Ampere.
Grilled Avocados,
Is Ampere
Ampere. I don't know who
Anyone
else.
who's everyone's gonna be.
Actually,
everyone.
did you know that Ampere actually invented music?
Wow.
Yeah.
Music didn't exist.
They didn't exist
before
before
Ampere.
Ampere. They actually, we
People
just
were-
copied them.
Crazy.
Yeah, everyone
Just not
ever
sure where to
is
go
an
with this.
Ampere
I'm
tribute
not.
band.
I'm not sure where to go with this. I know Muddy Waters invented electricity, but I did not know that Ampere invented music. I'm
And actually, Brent Schultz invented the raw tone of the guitar.
Tommy Schultz invented the rock, man. He played with Boston.
Tommy Shaw left for damn Yankees.
Now we're just talking about Tommy's. Tommy was a movie by The Who. No, I don't know what else to say. Tommy Chong is my friend.
Brand.
Okay, so we got to wrap this up because it is going nowhere fast. It is going nowhere fast.
So fun.
9 to 1 p.m. on October 3rd out at the VFW. Accidentally on purpose. Thank you all so much. Especially you, Scarecrow. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't it always weird when Dorothy said that at the end of the movie? I'm just saying.
That's a terrifying movie. It's actually really scary.
Absolutely horrifying. There's flying monkeys. Are those for real? That's crazy. But
There's a dude walking without a brain. He's like a zombie man.
you got to admit that was a real B move of her to be like, "Oh, thank you, Tin Man, and thank you, Lion, and thank you most of all, Scarecrow," because they all went through the same crap together.
Why does the Scarecrow get the special treatment?
What about the dog, though?
Exactly. Let me tell you something about that little dog.
The dog got to go home with her. Okay, hold up. I remember when I was a kid.
She brought the dog home.
When I was a kid, I didn't know how old that movie was. I was absolutely crushed when I figured out that Toto had been dead for like half a century.
I got to meet one of the little "We Are the Lollipop Kids," the lollipop. Yeah, he was little. That's all I can say.
Weren't
about
they
him.
in Willy Wonka too?
The Lollipop Guild. Oh man.
The Willy Wonka was super creepy.
Dude, that dude was killing off kids. I think he was doing it on purpose.
Oh, for sure he was doing it on purpose, man. That was I love me some Gene Wilder, but that one was creepier than most.
And then when he got to Charlie, he was like, "Well, you're just gonna take over the whole thing and probably kill some more kids yourself. How about it?" And Charlie was like, "Oh, I don't
My
want it."
Oompa Loompas, they are yours now.
I'm going to rape you. Oh, wait a minute. Is that kill is what I meant to say.
Rate.
Race you. I'm going to race you because I'm fast with my little legs like Marvin the Martian. I don't know. I've tried to bring it full circle. Thanks so much to Accidentally on Purpose. We got to get out of here before I say worse things than what I've already said.
Oh, Brody said way worse.
No!
Thanks to all of you, and thanks most of all to Tom Pullen. And
Papa Tom.
Papa Tom.
Papa Tom for all that you do.
Tommy
Yes.
T.
Thanks for all the memories. Everybody, please get out and seriously
We
come
got to
down.
thank Matt.
Yeah.
Matt.
Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, right? And Halpin
Absolutely.
Music Company. So.
Without Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance and Halpin Music, we would not get to do this jackassery every week. So thanks most of all to them, not the Scarecrow. And thanks for Sasquatch Saturdays, which I will now take part in as we continue this adventure. On behalf of...
I've already taken part in it.
See, there you go.
I'm ready.
So there you go. Everybody get out to Bushfest on October 2nd and 3rd on behalf of Accidentally on Purpose and my co-host, Dennis.
And Sasquatch.
I encourage all of you to get out and support local music and art. Done.
Yeah.
Baba Booey!